Hey biohackers, so in this video I'm going to be talking all about acid reflux, and if you're getting acid reflux again, something that can really help is chewing your foods and putting a lot of emphasis on chewing your foods properly before you ingest your foods. Now, with modern behaviors and I guess the fact that a lot of us are so distracted these days that we never actually take the time to mindfully eat, what you'll notice is we often tend to chew our foods less frequently than we should, and then we just kind of inhaling those foods down, and that's just not the way in which we should be consuming foods, and that's what often causes acid reflux because you're just burdening the stomach by consuming foods that haven't been adequately chewed, and it's just causing that acid reflux to come up. So this is something that I've noticed, and I'm still probably very guilty of it, is really trying to put a lot of effort and mindfulness during the eating process, and that can really help in terms of digestion. So I'm going to go through three of the benefits of making sure that you chew your foods properly. Now, a lot of naturopathic practitioners, as well as if you look at some of the people in the natural and holistic places, they often recommend that you chew your foods between 20 and 30 times before swallowing it. And the first important benefit is that your digestive process starts in your mouth. So as soon as food enters your mouth, that's when the digestive process starts, because what happens is the food mixes with your salivas and the enzymes are already released in your mouth, and they start that digestive process of breaking down those foods right in your mouth. That's where it starts off, and once you swallow food that's already been well chewed on, and that mixes with the saliva and the enzymes, it reduces the burden on the stomach to then go on and continue the digestive process. Now, this is really important in terms of if you're suffering with poor digestion. It's because a lot of the foods that we consume, especially if you're consuming processed food, is deficient in enzymes. So we need those enzymes that actually start with the chewing process in the mouth to help with the overall digestion of the food and to ensure better nutrient absorption for our bodies. So let's get into the second benefit of making sure that you chew your food adequately, and that is once you start to chew your foods between 20 and 30 times, it also helps you to eat less. So you'll be at lesser risk of over consuming foods if you ensure that you chew your foods properly, because now you've spent so much of time chewing the foods that your mouth actually gets tired of chewing and you'll tend to eat less as a result. Now, the third item that I want to mention is pay a lot of attention to your breathing while you're eating. And it's often really recommended that people do a couple of deep breaths just to relax your system before you consume food. Because when we consume food in that fight or flight state where your breathing is very shallow and it's very rapid, your body is not in a state to receive food, and the digestive process does not work well when you consume foods in that state. And that's why it's always recommended that you really calm yourself down and make sure that you're in a very relaxed state before you consume food. So don't be trying watching something violent or multitasking or being really stressed with some other work while consuming your food, because that's just the worst state of mind to be in when you're consuming foods. So hopefully these three tips can help you with your acid reflux as well as your digestive complications.